Well, he just needs to be a bit more mature then. So our order then for qualifying is Rajic, Kevin, Damian, Nico teams, and everyone is ready as we for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights here in Suzuka. We are go, 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 go. Who gets the best start off the line? Kevin is twitching, but he's going to get a run on Rajic as we come up towards the first corner. Is he going to back out of this one? No, he isn't. Going to the inside, he does eventually do so, as now Rajic leads us through turn 1. Remus has passed Timo, but I think we're going to go side by side into the S as they decide to go single file there instead. So Remus gains a position, Timo losing one as we come through the first sector on this circuit. It's a very tricky place to overtake, so I'll be surprised if we see anyone. Toto is already up to P12 in his fantastic run of the field. He started in last due to a poor qualifying run, and he's already up into the 12th place position, now challenging Marcel Jan as we come through the second sector now. The hairpin.
Ghosted.
Coming up towards the hairpin, will we see him make a move? He does,
yes,
up into 11th and potentially 10th, contact with the other driver, but he should be fine. There's a spinner in the back. That's Nicoson. Nicoson has spun from his high lofty grid position, just getting his throttle too high, I assume, on the exit of the corner, or he got hit from behind. Now Toto up into
P10.
Points positions already for the Aston Martin driver. Marcel tries to act like he's not there and tries to hold his position, but that's never going to work against a driver like Toto, who you know is faster than you. And now coming up towards the 130-yard corner in the Casio Triangle, he's got a massive chance of overtaking Travata for the P1, for the P9 position. Meanwhile, Kevin up at the front. Kevin right up at the front is challenging Rajic, I think.
The yellow flag. Don't play 0 and Nico-san collided by the looks of it. Nico-san into the pits, don't play 0. Continuing.
Potentially get a good exit. Race passes to Remus. That's a big move for him, and Froby now attempting the move. He's also going side by side as Werner has retired. I think he's crashed on the exit. That's a safety car. He's crashed on the exit of Spoon. That's a big crash.
Potential race strategies is... It was pit at 13.
I don't think we're going to see any pit stops here, because it's one lap.
I don't think so either.
It produces good racing. Safety car is in this lap then. We have Rajic, who is backing the field right up, down to 60 miles an hour. Hope there's no one at the back who's had any issues with that in terms of concertina effect and all that. But Rajic is slowing them right down. He does not want anyone to get any kind of run. 40 miles an hour. That is incredibly slow for Rajic's standards. He's not usually one of the guys who slow safety car restarts. He keeps pressing the throttle. He's like, when am I going to go? He's going on the exit of the corner. He's gone on the exit of the corner. He's left Kevin behind. Damian close behind him. But I'm not sure if we're going to see any actual moves going into turn 1. Actually, Vaste is coming up alongside Timo potentially. Down the main straight, he decides to back out of that. One, probably quite sensibly. But now, there is...
on the straight.
Yeah, Dylan weaving to warm up his tyres, but that's allowed Pulse Luxury through. But Pulse Luxury going wide and going deep. That's him having problems. And now Don't Play 0 and Toto attempting to go by him. And Toto, he needs to make this position up as quickly as possible. He does. That's Toto already up to 12th place. That's one position gained for the Polish driver. Dylan having a twitch in front of him, and Don't Play 0 trying to go inside into Dunlop. That was never going to work, my friend. If Toto would have slightly lined it up better, he could have gone potentially through. But he's having to just sit awkwardly behind these drivers who he knows he's faster than, but currently can't make a move. Not a good exit from Degner 2, so he can't go up the inside into the hairpin line. Porsche Luxury went into the gravel. Contact between Nicoson and Dutchy going deep. Dutchy going into the wall on the exit of the hairpin. Went way too deep into that corner. Yellow flags out into 2. I hope for his sake he doesn't have damage. But now Timo, poor exit off of 130. I don't know how you can get poor exit off a flat out corner, but he's now defending in towards this guy. Maybe he's trying to help out. Oh no, never mind. I was trying to help out Kevin, but he's got a massive step out of oversteer. And that's going to allow him to lose all of the positions he made before. Remus now overtaking Vaste, but now even without DRS he's fighting them. Potentially on the inside of Remus into turn 1, surely not. He manages to get through on Vaste. Good overtake from Timo there. I think it's his first serious start in about 4 or 5 seasons. So I know he did make some start. I think he made like 1 or 2 starts since season 1. Now Kevin and Rajic I think are close together. I think we're going to see a move on the main straight between the leaders. Kevin has managed to keep with Rajic. They were close in qualifying. It was a 39 thousandths of a second gap from memory in this on his profile. Now Toto has got a massive overspeed on Marcel. Yeah, we could see him move into the Casio triangle, but maybe he'll back out behind Remus.
Toro trying to make the move on Marcel. Marcel wheeling like hell. Toro makes the move into turn 1.
Yeah, Toro is now released and he can now chase after Timo. One's gone off, it's Timo! Timo has just gone off in that first sector and he's struggling. I'm not sure exactly what's happening
Toro
to him, but he's now going...
into turn 9.
That is a very awkward place to make a move, but he's just about made it stick because Timo decided to duo, because he knows he's not as quick as them in terms of raw pace. But if he can just keep that pace, Vate's just overtaken Remus. Again, as Froby and Dylan and Travata all fighting in the middle sector. Contact between Froby and that's Dylan there. So damage, I think, for the front wing of the Sauber car. But Kevin is now oh so close behind Rajic. He's going to the inside. He's going for the move before the corner even comes about. So he's going to give Rajic the DRS. That's a very bold strategy.
No,
it work.
No, he's not. He's not, because the DRS is in the middle of 130.
So far, Remus goes deep into the Casio triangle, but can Vace get the better exit? He's not got more.
Radic's
8%.
Kevin into turn 1.
That was a good move from him.
I think.
And now
Kevin's
Toro has passed Vade. Toro has passed Vade, sorry, not Vade. And now Nicoson overtakes Timo. On here, I think we should go to the leaders because it was one person. Actually, Rajic into the pits. I assume that's including for a set of hard tyres.
Kevin got past, trying to make a move past Timo into a 130R side by side.
This is not going to work.
This
Oh, is it?
crazy.
Is it? Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to work. I'm so that was. They are so lucky that didn't turn into much worse. But what that has done is allowed Rajic to get around the back. Timo decides he doesn't want any of that and just comes into the.
I'm not gonna say that word.
Oh, and Travata's spun. Travata's spun in. That's a very awkward place to spin. He managed to get it back on track though.
Oh my life! How Contact just spun on the pit entry.
Oh god. So he's got.
Him in, like, in 6.
Let me just have a check on the.
P6, P5.
Yeah, probably around P5, P6. That yellow flags because I think Don't Play Zero has just gone.
That's none like.
Oh, so Radic's pace has fallen. Radic's pace fell right off on that lap. He lost 6 tenths in the first sector alone.
Yeah, last lap from the beginning, he was 6.6 seconds behind Toro, and then as soon as they got into the S's, it was 6.8 gap.
That is a very strange thing. He's going to gain, but anyone else tried his strategy.
True, but then I think Toro went for a bit of a gamble.
In the Aston Martin VC or an any VC?
I will check now.
Because if he is, I want you to go in there and ask him what his strategy is.
No, he's not.
But yeah, Rajic is properly gaining again. He had that one off lap. That was a 1 minute 30.9. Toro had a bit of an off lap. The gap is coming down about half a second a lap. Rajic didn't make a mistake there though.
Makes the move.
Right. Does it? Pulls Luxury trying to. Yeah, well done, mate. He's got more S.
I just said that.
Did you just say that?
Yeah.
Oh, he's just like. Oh, to be fair, and Rajic doesn't have that same penalty. That's why he's won the last 2 championships.
Yeah.
if his 2 title runs actually, you know, stop being inconsistent, then he could have a threat.
Yeah. I want Toro to win. Come on.
It's like Senna versus Prost. People like to say that Senna was. He's definitely being gained on, but it's not enough at the moment for. But now Rajic is starting to gain in the first sector. I think Toro's tyres are finally starting to hit a cliff. As much entertainment as we have had for the entire event so far. 1.6 seconds between between Rajic and Toro. But will this gap needs to come down a lot in this first sector for Rajic to have a chance? He's pushing, he's gaining. 1.4 seconds now, 1.3. That's 3 tenths gained in one sector alone, 4 tenths gained in the S's alone. He is pushing it to the limit here. Remember, the DRS will only be in effect for the main straight next time round. He has one more chance. He needs a little bit more from his Arsenal. Can he do something? His teammate has more. If he keeps going the way he's been doing in the SS section, he could have a chance in potentially in 130R. He's got the slipstream. Has he got the overspeed? It's not going to be enough for the first corner, but he's going to be right behind him for the rest of it, pushing and challenging his teammate for a potential victory. Through VS as he comes. Through VS as they both make their way. They've not been on track together at all in this entire event, but now it culminates in a last lap duel here at Suzuka. The beast from the east, you could call this battle. We're going to see, is it going to be the cool, calm, composed Rajic, or is it going to be the more wily, the more out-of-the-box Toto on a very, very strange strategy? Who is going to come out on top here, potentially moving to the hairpin? No. Toto defends slightly, just a slightly different line. Minuscule differences here. They're saving ERS, but Rajic to the outside of the corner before they go up to Spoon Curve. We're going to see a move for the lead. Rajic takes it, but can Toto get that back before the race is over, or is his chance of the win over? We come out of Spoon Curve. He's going to deploy his ERS. He's got more to deploy. He has more potential at the end of this straight. He's going to try and move into the final corner on the now. And the inside, he's going to do it. Up the inside he goes. Side by side, shades of Senna and Prost going through the final chicane, and it's going to be Rajic who's got it. The last corner was not enough for Toto. Fantastic drive from him, but it's going to be Rajic who wins here in Suzuka. Fantastic performance from both of the drivers. A 1-2 break. But Rajic is the one who takes it in the end. Toto second. Kevin managed to get in DRS range at the end there. If we'd have had one or two more laps, that could have been a three-way battle for the win. Prominent return of any driver, but we'll get into the results now. Such a battle for the lead. That was an incredible race. Driver of the day goes to Toto, just on position.
He gained
just on position. He was very good. I mean, I'd say he could have done better to get the win at the end. But Rajic takes the win here. An Aston Martin 1-2. And, well, in real life form, in real life form, we had the Ham bot, the classic 1-2-3 of Hamilton, Verstappen, and Bottas. I mean, if this league has anything like that, it's Rajic, Toto, and Kevin. So, yeah, these three, they have shared so many good moments, so many wins, so many podiums. And this is just another one to add to the tale here in Suzuka. Well, Kevin, I know you were, towards the end, I know you were kind of trailing on the back of that. What did that look like from your perspective?
I made too many mistakes. I locked up too many times. I lost the rear once at the hairpin in the race. And the biggest mistake I made was in the pits, because Rajic did an undercut. But that was not the problem. The problem was I didn't press the button. When you have to turn into the pits. The stupid button. So I lost 2 seconds at the pits, and that was basically my race over.
That is not the best event for you then. But this is only the first race of a championship. You have the opportunity to make mistakes, and considering what you did last season, that's not as bad as some of your other mistakes. Do you think that you can still fight for this championship?
Yeah. I think we had pretty much the same pace in the race, because the gap was around the same the whole time, and the quali was also really close. So I think it will be a good championship fight with Rajic and Toro.
Obviously, just like last season, and just like many other seasons before, you're fighting on your lonesome against two teammates who are essentially not working together, because they were definitely fighting towards the end of that race. But are you going to struggle against two teammates?
Maybe I need to ask my brother to hold them up a little bit when they pit. But yeah, I definitely need the teammates this season to help me.
You do indeed. I think with that we can move on to our second place driver, the man who took those tyres longer than they should have done, went from 16th last on the grid to leading for pretty much half of the race. How was that from
We
your
should talk
perspective?
about his qualifying session. Very
I don't think we do. I think we should go straight into the race. I think we should go straight into the race and straight into asking him a question.
Fine.
Toto, what was that from your perspective?
I mean, it wasn't the perfect race, to be honest. I made a mistake in the second last lap in the hairpin, and because I locked up the tires and I lost like 3 tenths, that's why Rajic could be behind my DRS. And on the last lap, neither me and Rajic didn't have a DRS, so me and him were trying to at least have 50%, and we had 70. But he overtook me after the hairpin because I had shit tires, so she'd exit. And at the 130R, I almost took him out. It was close, so after that, I didn't want to fight more, so I just give him P1.
That's fair enough. Obviously, this is the first race of the season. You started right at the back. You had your mistakes and your problems during qualifying. But do you think that you can recover from that? And you looked quite confident towards it on those weaker tyres. Do you think that you will challenge for more wins later in the season? And was this a particularly weak or strong track for you?
I mean, we will see, but I have to be lucky, but because in last seasons I wasn't lucky, and I bottled two championship in a row. But we will see. Everything can happen.
And that is a very true statement here in VDRL. Anything can happen. And with that, we'll move on to our first winner of the season, our reigning champion, and a man who has so much success in VDRL that is not even any point really mentioning it. Rajic, what did you feel like that race was about, and did you feel confident going on to that final lap?
I mean, this race was tough. Kevin on fighting me all the time. I couldn't afford any mistakes. So, and in the last lap, I didn't expect to win because I thought Toro could overtake me, and that's it. And I couldn't have cared, but he let me pass, and I won. I have to add, these hearts in Japan are incredible. I had almost the same pace with Toro in the last few laps, with like 40% less of the hearts. It was incredible.
So it seems that certain tyres are bulletproof and others aren't. Obviously, you're a two-time reigning VDRL champion. Do you think this is a sign to come and you're going to get to the end of the season as champion again?
It's going to be hard because in this new calendar and with these fast drivers, and we have to add Tamer also, he's fast. He didn't race today. So it will be hard. In this calendar you cannot afford any mistakes, like in Jeddah, Monaco and Baku, the street tracks. So I think will be the championship will be decided in Netherlands or in Monza.
Oh, that could be an interesting prospect, deciding it on VDRL's home turf. But for you, do you have any particular tracks that you're looking forward to? Obviously, a new calendar with some new tracks and stuff we haven't seen for a few seasons now. Is there any particular events you're looking forward to?
A lot. The 3 street tracks, I'm quite good at them. And Mexico, I think. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Mexico. So, with that, we have our interviews for our top 3 drivers. We have Rajic, we had Toro, and we had Kevin. Thanks to them for providing their insight into what was a fantastic event here in I've just completely forgotten when we were just racing Suzuka, and yeah, thanks to my co-commentator Tom for interrupting me multiple times and being.
Oh, sure, mate.
But
We got
nonetheless,
Mexico next week again.
yeah, Mexico after the snooze fest we have in the esports tournament. But thank you to our top three. Thank you to Martin. Thank you to Tom. And without further ado, VDRL will see you later. Goodbye.